Let's do these 4 examples to learn how to take fractions of whole numbers. You have to remember that the word of means multiplication. So in this first problem, when we want to find 1/2 of 10, what we're really doing is 1/2 times 10. So this just comes down to multiplying whole numbers by fractions. And when we multiply by a fraction, you should think of 2 things that are happening. We have to multiply by the numerator of the fraction, but we actually have to divide by the denominator. So to take 1/2 of 10, all we have to do is multiply 10 by the numerator of 1, and that of course doesn't change anything. And then we need to divide it by the denominator of 2. And of course, 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5. So 1/2 of 10 is 5. Coming over to this example, 2/5 of 15. Again, there are 2 things we need to think about: multiplying by the numerator and dividing by the denominator. If we multiply 15 by the numerator of 2, we get 30. And then we need to divide this by the denominator. 30 divided by 5, of course, is equal to 6. And so that's our answer. 2/5 of 15 is 6. To take a fraction of a whole number, you just have to do 2 things: multiply by the numerator, divide by the denominator. Perhaps you want to try this one yourself: 3/4 of 24. To do this, again, you've got to multiply by the numerator and divide by the denominator. However, it's important to know that the order you do these steps in does not matter. So it might be easier in this case, instead of multiplying 24 by 3, which gets us to a pretty big number, we could just do the division first and then do the multiplication. So we'll divide 24 by the denominator of 4, and that gives us 6. Now it's much easier to multiply by the numerator, which is 3. 3 times 6 is 18, and so that's our answer. 3/4 of 24 is 18. We divide by the denominator and then multiply by the numerator. All right, we'll do one more, and then I'll show you an example that's a little bit different. 4/7 of 35. Again, in this case, it may be easier to divide by the denominator first instead of multiplying by the numerator first. 35 divided by 7 is 5. Then we just multiply that by the numerator, which is 4. 4 times 5 is 20, and so that's our answer. 4/7 of 35 is 20. And that's all there is to it. To take a fraction of a whole number, you just need to multiply the fraction by the whole number. And the way that is done is through multiplying by the numerator and dividing by the denominator. However, you should notice that it's not always going to work out quite this nicely. In this example, 2/3 of 10, we can't cleanly do the division because 3 does not go into 10, but the problem is still pretty straightforward. We can begin by doing the multiplication. Multiply the numerator of 2 by our whole number of 10, and this gives us 20. Then our answer is found by just doing the division. 20 divided by 3. Now, this doesn't give us a perfect whole number, but we could leave it like this as 20 over 3, or if we wanted to, we could write it as a mixed number. 3 goes into 20 6 times, with 2 left over, so we could write our answer as 6 2/3 as well. So 2/3 of 10 is 6 2/3, which is the same as 20 over 3. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Be sure to check out my pre-algebra course and pre-algebra exercises playlists in the description, and thank you very much for watching.
I didn't try just to be regular.